Alright, well. Let's jump back into it. And sort of make our way towards winning this game. Or losing it, depending on what happens first. Regardless of where and how Rada keeps tally of the worth of empires, remember that ours is currently the greatest empire. Odd little message to get, but whatever. So, I guess he considers himself the greatest empire because he's already farthest along the quest line. This guy, perhaps. Interestingly enough. Alright, so for this episode, I figure it's basically sort of time to sort of note what sort of plan is for like victory. So, it's worth knowing that each faction has like their own sort of like, you know, path that's like, you know, intended for their victory. And in general, each of the factions tries to like go after it. Like these dragons here, for example, they're basically tasked with like sort of like getting like a sort of peaceful type of victory. So they go for like diplomatic victory, and that's why this guy has like, you know, such a high percentage score for like diplomatic victories so far. And I can activate some of this stuff, so I might as well. However, someone like the Allied, they're basically more suited to quest victories. They have basically a quest line that basically doesn't really have them going towards like, you know, faction, like, you know, domination or scientific endeavors or construction like wonders and stuff. They basically just go after the quest line and they go for the victory quest that comes after it. The Dust Lords here, they usually go for expansion victory because they're set up to expand really fast. So it looks like they sort of got, you know, they tried to expand as fast as they could, but then they got, you know, shoehorned in by the roving clans and like the Ardent Mages and like the necrophages over here. The cultists who are around, they sort of like go for a supremacy victory where they basically sort of knock out every single other like faction in the game, but they sort of screwed up and got killed, I guess, because they couldn't expand very well. The necrophages have done pretty well. They're expanding very voraciously, and they took out, you know, usually the necrophages, they start off weak, but they get stronger as they go along because they've got very strong armies. And yeah, basically, you know, each of the factions have their own sort of like, you know, way of like getting a victory, and I'll have to watch out for it. And I'll basically know it as you know, we go along. And this mouse is being stupid, whatever. For the Vultures, I'm actually sort of tasked with like getting like what can I say? Basically, the Vultures like to go for scientific victory. That's why I'm going for like the scientific stuff over here. And it makes sense because they basically have really good scientific endeavors. They're basically good at staying home, building up the cities, get like full approval, and then like getting scientific, you know, luxuries and stuff like that to go from there. And wow, this mouse is being so annoying. And I'll note that I'm moving this guy up in this direction, so I'm basically gonna add him over to, you know, this like, you know, faction or this army over here. And for now, I'm actually going to have these guys run up here to get the pearls. And I'll do a little bit of stuff here. While I'm at them, have one of my Dawn officers run over to here. And another Dawn officer run nowhere because I don't have another Dawn officer. I'm supposed to set a dredge out. get these pearls as they're, you know, cropping up. And I'll note that I have basically 6 guys in here. I'm actually going to try and build another unit. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to build an ice board just to have one around. So basically for this episode, the plan will be sort of like, you know, head toward my victory goal. And I'll start building like up an army to try and like get like, you know, the quest stuff for this over here. Now I can build cargo docks here, that's cool. And yeah, this mouse is being really finicky on me, which is annoying. Alright, so this guy here, I think what he's after, he might be trying to pick up pearls, or he might be trying to get over to like this ruin over here, because that's part of like the victory quest. Basically, what he's tasked with doing, this guy's tasked with exploring these like, you know, ruins. And if he explores them, then he can get towards the victory quest. That's what the Rowan Clans guy can do right now. Move my guys around here and there and everywhere. It's interesting how I'm using the roads like this, but whatever. Let's move over to this one. Snatch up these pearls. Let's build the stuff over here. Now there's a cargo dock here. I'll note that this is actually a great way of getting trade. Cargo docks basically connect you with like, you know, the seas, so basically you can get trade on like the open seas. So I'll build that right there. Alright, so sometimes you get this message. Basically when you have like, you know, problems with like, you know, population, because you don't have like enough food, you get like, you know, a population warning. So I'm just going to do this to build up a little bit of food, so I don't have to worry about that again. If you don't actually fix that, you'll lose population and it goes down like a civilization, you know, a population point. Alright, loader, I can build a cargo dock, might as well do that. Might as well build this here. Strikes fire reaching our level, so for him, I think I'm going to aim for this right now, so pick that up. Now, something I'm tempted to do right now. It's worth knowing that you can only have like 8 units in a city before like it says like you can't have any more, because, you know, well, here's how it basically works. You can only have as many like, you know, army units in a city as your army, you know, capital allows. Like you can only have like, you know, kind of like Civilization 5, you can only have like your maximum amount of units, which in Civilization 5 is 1, but in this game it's like, you know, you're like 4, 6, or 8. So I can't have any more than 8 units in the city. So when I'm actually producing units, it's actually a good idea to move them out so I can keep building more. We're gonna build this stuff here. So 2, 6. We'll build our army here, basically. What the plan will be. Alright, you guys arrived here, so go over to this. I'm basically sending these guys up over to join these guys over here. That's the plan. Apparently there's another quest victory thing right here in the Broken Lords territory. For like the victory quest, you have to explore these, and to do that you have to usually get permission from the guys or declare war. Victory quest can be kind of interesting to go after. I'm making so much money even though it's winter time. Neurodent's done its stuff. Let's build a burrow right there. And I'll build the Arts Council for more stuff. Science. I like science. You know, I wouldn't mind getting winter food reduction immunity on my cities, but I wonder if I really need it. For that glass steel cost, basically. Oh! So, something happened. It's worth knowing that it is possible for you to basically kick out spies. Basically what happened here. Basically, you'll notice that this is my spy here. She got injured and got returned to the academy. So basically, my hero was basically exfiltrated from the academy, and it's basically because of this. Another emperor has completed a roundup sequence in the city of Kentamus. Your spy was badly injured and returned to your academy. So basically, if you notice a spy in a city, and you don't want that spy there, you can actually sort of kick him out with like a special ability. So I'll actually try and show it off, but if you go in here, there's like something called a roundup, and when you use a roundup, it'll basically take, I believe, half of your generated, score from these guys, and we'll basically start doing security roundup, and it basically increases your security over time. So if you think there's someone in your city who's spying on you, you can actually start deal with them with like a roundup. And they actually did that to me, the guys over here. So now I basically got an injured hero. Sail for 20 turns. Let's restore him. Alright, well, what to do? What I should do is try and get a spy over here in this guy's territory. Maybe that's something I'll aim to do. I'll send like a Dawn officer up. This guy can just basically, make it a little bit easier to spy on them so I can basically do some stuff. I'll basically show you some more espionage stuff you can do. Well, I apparently got, more stuff in the attack hero here. I should probably send him out to this room at some point. Maybe we'll do this now. With these guys. These guys just looking around for pearls over here. These dredges here I just picked up. But they can go back over here, I guess. Only a couple more turns for winter. These guys can be garrisoned in this city now. I'll note, by the way, if you garrison like guys in states like this, it actually reduces your military costs because they're not like active armies. So it's important to like, garrison your guys every so often. Alright, you guys can go down over here. And you guys can just go look around over here a little bit, I guess. Reactivate a couple boosters. Build more burrows. And for a moment there, it felt like, I was playing StarCraft. Build more something of this, build more something of that. Now, note that this is actually sort of a terrible place for, like, a city. This one up here in Almid, because it's basically so constricted in how you can build your burrows out. It's good to build, like, burrows sometimes, like, in, like, small cities like this, but it also hurts your ability to basically build bigger cities with them over time. Let's build that there. Build this stuff here. Let's get that going now. You go over there. These guys can garrison in this city, so here's like a full garrison, by the way. Essentially, I've got, like, all the militia units, and I've got, like, a full army, minus the, the guys here are going to join with them later on. You guys can just garrison in here. Apparently there's some pearls right in there in the water. Pearls really do spawn anywhere and everywhere, basically, in this game. Entities and alliances. As military tensions heighten across Iruga, alliances become more desirable and drain additional influence. So, you basically get more influence from alliances now, I guess. Here's the upcoming winter effects for the altar. Your great military power is noted. The Hive is really impressed. You should be honored. Terrified! So yes, if you see this, it basically means that someone's just very scared of you. These guys are scared of me, apparently. I've become a great military power. Fear me. Alright, you. How about you get more damage on your units? Ranged classes are really awesome for getting, massive damage in the long run. If you want to pick them up. They're really great for ranged units, too. Support units are good for, like, stuff like life and initiative, which is also good. Cool, we grew up a little bit over here. Alright, these guys are going to go over to this ruin and inspect it for me. Got some dust for my efforts. And apparently I missed a pearl right over here, so let's just go get that. And you guys can just go over here, I guess. I'm not sure, but I think I might have built an extra unit for over here. And I've got 30k dust at this point generated. Doing quite well with the dust generation. And apparently Broken Lords were the first to have a castle with, or a city with 800 fortification. So they've done that. Awesome for them. Let's get some stuff in here. Alright, I've gotten to a point where it's just about to, you know, run out of stuff to build. I'm actually going to go get some population going here, I think. You can get reinforcement position, I think. So, I'll note that of like the heroes, I really don't think much of like the infantry type of heroes usually. Because they basically have like, you know, they have life on units, they have like, you know, extra accessory, and they have like defense in units, but they don't have like a whole lot of other good stuff. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, I find that infantry heroes can be sometimes kind of weak in comparison to how they can help their armies. They can be sort of good early on because they're kind of strong, the infantry heroes, but weak like in how they can support their armies. They're usually like the Necrophage picture infantry heroes and like the cultist picture infantry heroes. They have really good like, you know, faction stuff or other stuff to make up for it. It's interesting. The faction stuff is sometimes what makes, you know, a hero good or great. Okay, you guys get to move back. And yoink. Alright, so I've got basically 6 guys in here, and yeah, I'm building too many here, guys, for, you know, this group. Let's take out the ice board for now. I'm just going to build that many guys. It's worth knowing, by the way, as I build up units for this guy, he's going to get a lot of levels, because units are usually very easy to build compared to other stuff. Alright, you guys get to build some stuff, I guess. There's a ruin up here I missed. And these guys have nothing to build. Interesting. Science for them! And I guess we'll start building random units up here, I guess. So, build one of these guys, a couple Dawn Officers, a Marine or two, a Dredge. That'll take a while to build because I'm basically got it all into science here, but for the most part, I don't really plan to, you know, do much with this anymore. In terms of, like, you know, outputting, like, structures and such. Once you build a certain amount of structures, you really, you know, just want to focus on, like, you know, getting scientists and stuff like that going. Yoink. There we go, maximum garrison city. I probably missed a pearl over here. That's easily fixed though. Send a Dawn Officer out. You know, what I might want to do... I shall push that guy first. What I might want to do... I might want to, like, you know, just build up some, like, you know, spare units in these cities. Sometimes it's good to have, like, spare units all around in your empire just to move around, like, for pearls and stuff at this point in the game. And pearls can let you do some stuff. And how about I go over here? I'm just going to build Marine. You can just go into Wistred here. Alright, these guys have almost made up to Ardent territory. Now note that I can't go in his territory because he's basically locked me out. So I have to go around his territory to basically, you know, do stuff. Our pearl down here. I'll pick that up, I guess. Actually, no, we should just head up over here. I just want to land a spy over here, right? So that's why I keep moving around. Hopefully I can see his capital city over here so I can infiltrate it. You have to find a city hall to infiltrate them, so wherever it is where you basically can infiltrate the guys when you're doing science or, you know, espionage on them. Alright, here's a full army over here. Move these guys over here. Alright, well, I have 2 armies, and that should be enough to crush the Ardent Mages if I sent them after them. So maybe I'll do that now. Damn, I don't have enough, you know, sight range in this guy to see him. That's unfortunate. But oh well, there's a way around it, so to speak. Alright, first things first, let's assign my heroes. So, I'm gonna basically get some guys to go after these guys over here. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. And we'll assign the infantry hero that I picked up over here into the fray. Yeah, I've got lots and lots of money. I could actually probably buy out everything at this point, but I plan to wait for, like, you know, stuff, the, like, you know, the Emperor plans to pop around so I can buy out everything I really need to if I haven't got already. So what I might want to do here, I might want to go to resources and just, like, pick up stuff I haven't got yet, like luxuries. I get some blood crystals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably got more than 5 there, but I got enough money to really not care. Let's just go through a market and just buy anything that is, like, you know, above 50. So to speak. Alright, that cost me a little bit of money, but now I've got lots of boosters to use. So blood crystals, go! Yeah, at the end of the game you can just buy all the resources if you want to. So I'm just going to buy all of that stuff. And I'm missing the one over here, the 5th resource. What's the 5th resource I've yet to get? It might be Dust Orchards. Nope, it's not Dust Orchards. What is it I'm missing? If you want to basically, you know, find, like, sometimes stuff you can just go in here and just go, like, buy one, buy one, buy one. Might be Quicksilver I'm missing. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's wine? So look at that. Apparently there's a lack of wine in the world for some reason. Oh well. I should probably note, by the way, Mythrite is really, and Hyperion are really expensive, like, you know, in the stockpile market, and it's because of, like, their endgame resources. So sometimes if you see, like, something like Mythrite, you might want to buy it. And I might buy this soon. We'll see. I don't really need it now, the Mythrite, but I might need it for, like, basically there's some structures, like, that I'm using it for that require a whole lot of Mythrite, like this one right here, the Arts Council. It requires 5 Mythrite to build it, and it gets me my science and, like, you know, influence boost is what it's doing for me. Alright. Let's go over here. Should probably build that burrow first. It's odd with how burrows sort of work, because basically you can build them, you know, you can build burrows, but you can't like build like one after the other until like, you place one down first. So they're kind of odd how they work. Let's get this here. Get that there. And Wormier has run out of stuff to build again. They don't have the ability to build here's what I really should do in Wormier. I should start getting more population to finish up my burrows over here and over the place, but I'll probably want to convert this to science soon, this one big city. Alright, let's get a spare army over here in Wistridge for the hell of it, I guess. So we'll build up another Dawn Officer, another 2 Marines. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough. It'll take a while to build all that, but whatever. And here's where I go to the Ardent Mages and declare war, I think. Sorry, but I need your city. So this will cost me a lot of, like, you know, influence to do, but it's sort of necessary for me. We welcome the agony of war. We shall see if you are well prepared. Alright, so here's what I can do with, you know, declaring war. Basically, I can go, like, all the way up and, you know... There we go. I can infiltrate him now. So put this guy in here. So this is the capital of, like, the Ardent Mages here. Here's what he's got inside. He's basically got 3 Rumbers and, you know, these Warlocks. And his militia guys. On top of this, he's basically got, you know, good security. He's got, you know... all these, like, you know, buildings in it. But I'm gonna have to crush the Ardent Mages because I basically want to, like, you know, get this done. Let's get this over here. Start getting these guys to come over. Now, I'm actually going to move these guys out into the water because they're, like, open targets there, so I don't want them getting attacked just yet. And I'll send a Dawn Officer over to pick up that pearl in the water. Alright, there we go. I picked up that pearl, and I got that guy out on the water over near our place. Couple more pearls in the water, apparently. You know, thinking about it, I can probably move these guys over here for now. Oh, we actually got our first tech for the difference engine here. So getting this tech basically makes it a lot easier to get you know, research done. Let's get this now, I guess. It'll take 14 turns for me to get this one. Now, if I look at my diplomatic victory, you'll notice that, or not diplomatic, but scientific, you'll notice that I basically have 20%. So you have to get basically 5 of those to basically win. So I'm basically well on my way to winning. This guy's apparently 17 away on his quest. Economic and our stuff. Okay, Worcester built some more stuff. And Worcester's actually run out of stuff to, you know, to build, so to speak, so... For science! You can just build random stuff while in here, I guess. Random stuff being built, and why are there rumblers over my city over here? Kind of odd that they're there. I should go kill those guys. You get to do some farming. I think he might have had something to do with it, perhaps. Oh, look at this. So, level up position or study center in your city of Emerald to level 2. So there's a quest basically where, you know, it actually involves getting one of these to level 2. I actually should do that in a moment because I think I'm building, like, you know, to get one right now. And these guys, let's go deal with them. So Rumbler armies. They will feel the pain of this Sunseeker. Quite literally. And it's worth kind of knowing. You notice how, like, there's, like, different regions? It applies both to, like, the land and for the water, so basically there's regions of water for some reason that have, like, borders. You know, it might make sense for me to attack over here first, when I come to think about it. Basically, sometimes it's, like, worth it to go attack in certain areas first. But at the same time, I want to hit this over here, I think, so we'll do that. Alright, Alliance is returning to normal. And power prestige, so we got our dust basically for doing that. I'll build this over here in this city. This is Liduri apparently doing this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This random stuff being built in all my cities now. Build that there, I guess. Well, let's crush these armies. Now, with like small armies like this, there's probably no chance of these guys really being able to hurt me, so we're just gonna all these ones. Get you ready for over there. Very, very peaceful, this game at this point. Alright, now I can get, like, buyouts, so we'll do that. I'll get military upkeep, maybe just, you know... I could do all of this if I want to, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. Let's go like this. Maybe I'll go nuts. Full on military might. You can actually do this if you want, but I probably don't need to even focus on military all that much, so we can just like go over here and do this stuff. And more of this stuff perhaps as well. It's kind of interesting how you can sort of shift how you basically play the game. Alright, you guys get to move. Let's move over there, I guess. So, something to note is I've actually gotten to the point where it might be beneficial to leave these guys outside their army. So, instead of, like, you know, having them in the stable, just have them just sleep outside, so... We'll do that. Won't just move them anywhere. I'll just focus on getting the other people just, you know, to basically do my research for me. Oops, I'm actually running out of stuff to build. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually ran out of my stuff here. That can happen if you build a whole lot of like units, by the way. It will drain your resources slowly. I guess I can't combine these armies with each other. That's a bit of a nuisance, but whatever. Or it's just because I don't have, well, whatever. We're gonna just move these guys up here, I guess. I'm soon gonna make landfall. And apparently I'm making 5k in gold or dust at this point. And I've reached level 2 in this city over here now. Apparently I can't put those guys in that army for some reason. Won't let me. Well, let's put these guys on the hill for now. So here's what, you know, the Ardent Mages look like for now. They basically have troops in all their cities. Get you over here, I guess. And apparently the Necrophage or Draken have reached their, you know, quest victory now if they want to go for it. Someone built the Reclury of Veruga, apparently. You guys get to go over here. we'll start sieging down the capital of the Ardent Mages. Alright, well, at this point, this seems like a good stopping point for this episode. I've gotten, you know, I think a good deal. You know, made my smaller army, got to the Ardent Mages. I'm basically getting to the point where I'm just producing stuff in all my cities. I'm supposed to sort of close out. Here's what I'm going to do. We're basically just going to go in here. I'm just going to make sure like all these guys start producing science like everywhere. For the most part. Because we're getting to that part of the game where, you know, it's just science all the way. For science! One, two, three. Alright, Loderia down here is going to convert to do science. And a burrow somewhere, perhaps. Let's get some production going on in this city to get it out of the way. Or wait, I'm doing that wrong, aren't I? There's no reason for me to do so because I can just go in here and do this. Just build it all up. That'll work just fine. Well, that'll be it for this episode at this point. A little bit of scene management there. But, you know, for the most part, it's just waiting for the victory at this point. Basically, you know, I have to get these like, technologies done. Here, I'll plan this out now, too, as well. So, basically, I'll go for, you know, military next. Then we'll pick up maybe some influence. We'll go for food, and then we'll go for dust, for the hell of it. This is the end game.